Alright, so I am at 958 miles on this 2020 Ram 1500 Laramie 4x4, and I ended up buying, this is, just to give you background, this is my, I think my 5th or 6th Ram truck. So I just stepped into this. It was my, I had a 2500 right before this. So let me just give you a quick background. I had a 1500. I ended up buying a Jeep. I retired from the military, and my wife and I and kids moved out here to Texas, and we decided to buy a fifth wheel and start traveling the country. We bought a 2500 and we bought a fifth wheel. We started traveling. We traveled for almost a year, and the 2500, so I had Rams right before that 2500, so I looked at everything. I looked at Fords, I looked at Chevys, GMC, and there was just nothing like that could really, the bang for the buck. And Fords kept up with the towing capacity, but after test driving and riding in and just Ram, for the money, you just couldn't get anything better than a Ram. So anyways, I had the 2500. I'm now back into a 1500. So I ended up stepping back into a 1500 from the 2500. I traded my 2500 into the 1500. It was almost a straight across trade. They gave me a little cash for my 2500 and this truck. It was a pretty good deal that I made. Just a little bit of cash on. I had about almost 36,000 miles on the 2500. The whole reason, a lot of people have asked me, why did you get rid of the diesel? And yeah, I just wasn't using it. There was no reason for me to keep a diesel when I'm not pulling anything. I mean, I have a little enclosed trailer that maybe I pull once in a while, but mainly I'm doing commuting. And when I'm doing oil changes and changing fuel filters and stuff on a diesel, and 50 cents more a gallon out here in Texas for diesel, I just couldn't see the expense of having a diesel. Don't get me wrong, I miss my diesel, but I just couldn't see the expense of having a diesel. And I mean, I could do the same thing with a half ton versus a 3/4 ton. So that is why I went into this, back into a 1500. And I've had 1500s before. This thing can pull everything that I want to pull. Don't have a fifth wheel anymore. I got rid of the fifth wheel. Welcome to my 1500 world, and I'm going to give you guys some insight on the 1500. And this is the new 5th generation, as they call it, the 5th gen 1500. This is a 2020. It is November of 2019, so this is the brand new Ram 1500. So I'm going to be posting a bunch of videos on this channel about this truck, and maybe it'll help people make a decision on whether or not they want to buy one or not. I can tell you that I did a lot of research. I'm one of those people that do research, and I want the best bang for the buck. I used to be a Ford guy until I drove a Ram, and after I started driving Rams, whenever I get another one, I look at other trucks. I look at Fords, I look at Chevys, I look at GMCs, I look at Nissan Titans, I look at Tundras, and they're nice trucks, and I sit in them and I test drive them, and I end up coming back to Ram. I just can't I just can't justify, with the Tundra, they're more expensive for what you get. I mean, if I spend the same amount of money in a Tundra as I do in a Ram, I'm not getting as much. Same with a Ford. I get in a Ford, You drive around town, I see a Ford truck. Nothing against Fords. I think they're good trucks. I think they're all good trucks. But you know, you when I see Ford trucks, I see like I see city work trucks. I mean, there's a reason why they're city work trucks. They're good trucks. There's no problem with them. But I don't want to be driving around in a truck that I see, you know, government trucks or city work trucks. I worked for the federal government. We bought Fords. We got a good deal on them, and they were okay trucks. But you know, that's what I see when I see those trucks. So now, keeping that in mind, you spend the same amount of money for a Ram, and I'm going to tell you right now, you know, I stepped into this Laramie 1500, and for the same amount of money that I spent in this 1500, if I would have spent the same amount of money in an F-150, there is no way I would have been able to get the same amount of stuff that I have in this Laramie for the same amount of money that I would spend in an F-150. There's no way. Same with GMC. Same with Chevy Silverado. There's no way. And it was the same thing when I was looking at 2500s. I was looking at 3/4 tons to pull a fifth wheel. There's no way that I could have stepped into that. So that is why I stepped into this. And I'm going to show you over the next few videos that I'm going to be posting. I'm going to go through this truck, and I'm going to show you the ins and outs of this truck, and show you why I know that you're going to get the bang for the buck in this truck. You know, this one has a panoramic sunroof. It's got the 12-inch touch screen. You know, a lot of people were like, I don't need that. I didn't need it. I wasn't even looking for that. I was just looking for my 8.4-inch U-Connect that I had in my 3/4 ton. I was like, I don't need it, but you know, it came with it. And actually, it's kind of nice. It's kind of cool. You can split screen it. I can have my radio on, and I can have my nav up at the same time. You know, a lot of people say it's no big deal, but when you have it, it's kind of nice. You know, there's some stories that I'm going to tell that why I like the Chrysler product over the other ones, and when Chrysler has really taken care of me when I didn't even think that they were going to take care of me. I thought I was on my own, and they took care of me. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything, so this is all, I'm just making these videos out to give you guys some information, and this is a objective point of views from this, but I just want everybody to see what I'm talking about, and you know, and see that I'm actually you know, I'm actually going to give you an honest point of view on all this stuff. So I think my next video will probably be talking about maybe the interior of this truck. You know, what I like about the truck, so far, with almost 1,000 miles on the truck, there's not really anything I don't like about it. I'll tell you this, the truck, these models come with so many different options that like the Laramie, for example, you can buy this Laramie at so many different price points that you literally can find this Laramie probably between like $44,000, $45,000 and like $53,000. You can probably find it between like an $8,000 difference, just based off of options. The options that I got in this truck with the pano sunroof, 12-inch screen, it's got no accessories in the bed. It has no spray and bed liner. Now I will tell you, Ram thought about everything with accessories in this truck. You know, with attachments, you know, tie down attachments and rail systems and everything for like the bed. This one's 4-wheel drive, has the off-road package, it's the sport package, so it's got color matched bumpers. It says leather seats, vented seats, ventilated seats, heated seats. You know, it's with all that, this was $47,000. and it's got a lot of nice features in this truck. And like I said, I had 4th gen Rams, I had a 3rd gen Ram, and it seems like every time you step up in the generation, they are listening to their consumers, and they are making sure that they are putting those features that the consumers are looking at into those trucks. They're fixing those problems that they had with the truck. So it seems like every generation they're making it better and better. That's it. I just want to give you a quick synopsis of this truck and why I stepped. Some people say I stepped down. I don't. I just laterally stepped over from a 3/4 ton to a 1/2 ton, and that was just because I felt like it was better financially, service-wise, to take care of a 1/2 ton. Wasn't using 3/4 ton. Didn't need a 3/4 ton. Some people, you need a 3/4 ton. You know, I didn't need it, and so that's why I stepped into this. And it didn't cost me any more money, and I ended up getting money back when I did my trade-in, and so it was just basically a straight across trade. So anyways, I hope you guys follow this channel, and there's gonna be a lot of tidbits on this channel, and hopefully you guys find it really informative.